Yep. That could kill you. Hey everybody, Shirtless Jake here. Today, I'm down here at Longhorn Lester's. And right now I'm going to find some spots to set out some traps. Lester's telling me that there is a ton of predators around here. So I'm going to try to do my part in getting rid of those, making this place a little bit safer for all the littles that are going to be coming. The last thing we need is for ducks and chickens to get over here. And the next thing you know, you got coyotes and bobcats hopping fences trying to get them. We're going to walk down now, do some exploring, see if we see any tracks around here or anything like that. And we're going to set on sign. All these dang hills around here makes it very hard to navigate. And also, I'm not sure if snakes are out yet, so I'm going to be scared. But, oh, hold on. Hold on, I was about to jump, got tangled. Oh, okay. We have made it. I'm gonna go down here to the riverbank, see if I see any tracks around here. Okay, I'm looking at these, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what kind of track that is. Oh boy, we're gonna keep moving. Oh sheesh. So this little thing that looks like a hand, and that one, and that one, and that one. Trust me, there has not been any small babies or children walking along this hill. Those are raccoon tracks. And yeah, raccoons, not the biggest deal. You'll never get rid of all those, ever. But we're on the hunt for bigger things here. Bigger things. So if you look down the hill, you can see tracks that start right there, and they travel all the way down. The problem is, I'm way up here, and that's very steep. I gotta find another way to get down there. Once again, bunch of raccoon tracks. It's not what we're looking for. So one thing about predators, everything is going to come down to the river to drink, but not everything is going to run the river. So let me explain what I mean by that. You can see how this is very steep. My feet slide. You think that you could hunt very well in this? No, you couldn't. So you're not going to have predators running up and down this river. Now, you're going to have a lot of raccoons running up and down this river. For one, they're much smaller and much lighter in weight. And also, I almost died. I literally almost died right there. But raccoons are going to travel along this river, come down to these rocks and things, and they're going to look for clams, fish hanging out by the rocks. Things like that is what they're looking for. Now, coyotes and bobcats and different predators like that, they're going to be looking for rabbits, squirrels. So maybe we'll have better luck going to look where the rabbits and the squirrels live. Because walking down this riverbank, as you can see, is not working out very well for me. I've almost fallen down 100 times. It's time to get serious. Let's go back up the hill, see if we can't find some real tracks. Have you guys ever heard of a widowmaker? A widowmaker is a tree that, is like barely attached or rotten or something. And so forest workers, whenever they went out into the forest and they'd be cutting down trees and stuff, a widowmaker could fall from above and it could come down and kill you. And then, your wife would now be a widow. Let me show y'all 2 widowmakers that I just found and how dangerous that they can really be. So if you're out in the woods, it's best to always be very careful about where you're going. You want to look up, down, all directions, because something like that could happen and it could be deadly. Yep, that could kill you. All right, back to business here. I climbed back up the hill. I think that it's more likely we're gonna catch stuff on this level maybe even the top level. And let me tell you why. Squirrels and rabbits and things, you know, as I mentioned, well, everything will go down to the river to drink, but it's not where it lives, okay? You gotta go where the prey live and the predators will be there. Kind of like if you're fishing, if you can find the bait fish, if you can find where the bait fish are hanging out all grouped up, and most of the time you can find out where the big fish are because they're gonna hang around the food. They're gonna hang around the food. I'm gonna go back up to the top of the ridge here, and I'm gonna look down and I'm gonna see if I can get a better vantage point on where to set some of these traps. I brought 3 along with me. I didn't know how many it would take. We'll see how these 3 do, and we'll see if we have to bring more or keep it like that. All right, I'm up here on the ridge looking down, trying to find out where the best location would be to set these traps. And I'm thinking that anywhere next to one of those brush piles will probably work. For one, birds and things are gonna hide in those, so they'll be scoping them out. But then, if you look right here, this is called scat. Now, scat would be predator poop, basically. So coyote, bobcat, fox. But if you look at it, it is 99% fur, which means whatever pooped here has been eating furry things, which would mean squirrels and rabbits. So they're here. They're definitely here. I gotta remember where this is, because I'm definitely gonna use this later, and I'll tell you why. So Lester's over here mowing, and he points this out to me too. So things are coming over, and they're invading the yard. That's not good. We gotta get these traps set out. Nobody judge me for what I'm about to do, okay? This is important stuff we're doing, all right? I'm wearing a glove. I'm wearing a glove. It's gonna be fine. So straight up there is where I found the pile of scat. So I'm gonna come right down here, right off the main road, and I'm gonna set my trap somewhere right here in this area. I'm gonna use the sticks as a natural barricade, so everything will still look natural, and that'll force the predator to come into the set the exact way I want him to put his foot right where I want him to, so we can catch him. Let's do it. So here's the beginning of our trap. Right now it doesn't look like much, but a dugout hole, and then another hole that goes way back up in there. So this is called a step down set. So the idea is, if the predator wants to know what's in that hole, or wants to get what's in that hole, he has to be fully committed to placing his foot right here so he can get his nose down in there to see what's going on. I'm gonna get this thing finished. I'm gonna show you all the finished product. Okay, as you can see, you can't even ever tell that there's been a trap put there. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these small twigs. Now the pan is right here. You wanna leave that the lowest part in your trap so they'll commit. Now to subconsciously get them to step there, I'm gonna put that little stick there. Gonna grab this little piece of vine, put it right there. So what they're gonna do is put their foot over all those things and step right on that pan, and that's gonna catch them. Let's get this thing baited up. All right, the bait I'm using here is 100% beaver meat. And all I'm gonna do is stick it up in there, back as far as I can into that hole. Now what you're saying is, Jake, that thing could just run up and grab that stick and be out of here. Let me show you trick number 2. Take some pine straw and some things. Just want to kind of cover up that hole a little bit, just so the predator has to go in there and work for the food. And the more time that he spends right here, the more likely he is to step right there. All right, number 1's done. I got 2 more to set. I'm gonna go ahead and set those, and I'll show you them when they're all done. All right, a couple more finishing touches. I have red fox ear in here. I'm just gonna put it right on the end. Oh shoot, I put a little bit much, but that's okay. I'm gonna put it right there on the end of that log. So that way, when something comes through here, not only will he smell the bait, he will also be very curious of why a fox has come over here and marked his territory. Now the reason that you want to use red fox urine is because fox will not come to coyote urine, but coyotes will come to fox urine. A fox is never going to challenge a coyote. It's just not going to happen. So if a fox smells coyote urine, you better believe he is getting on out of there. Okay, but red fox urine works for all the other predators. Doesn't spook them or anything like that. One more final touch we're going to do. I told y'all we were going to use it, and I think we're going to put it right back here. And that'll kind of draw some attention over here. If he's coming up and smelling that, he's also going to smell the bait. He's also going to smell the urine. He's going to forget about this, be focused on that, and that, and we're going to have him. Finally we're done. I'm sweating so bad. It's so hot out here. It's not really fun to set traps in the hot weather. Let me show you our 2 other ones. I've already showed you the one up top. I'll show you these, and we're going to get on out of here. So here's the second set. I decided to dig my cubby going up next to that limb. And as you can tell, there's no way to know that there's a trap here. So on this one also, I'll put a leaf here and a stick here to make them step over those. The pan is right there. That's where you want them to step on this one. Setting traps out here was really hard because there's roots everywhere. Like there's so many trees, just the roots are covering everywhere. So I went ahead and found this small stump, the small little log that's been cut, but I used it to my advantage. And this here is our 3rd trap. You can see I just dug a cubby straight up underneath this small log here. The trap's here. And if you can tell, the lowest part of this trap is where the pan is, and that's where you want them to step. I can't wait to check these bad boys. I'm feeling confident about this one. This is gonna be good. See y'all in the morning. Bye guys. Have a great day.
Bye.